हाँ कं- हाँ कंटिन्यू करते हैं। प्रशांत, यू कैन कंटिन्यू। हाँ
Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Yeah, yeah. Are you able to hear me? Thank you. So thank you, Sudha ma'am, for those kind words. Welcome everyone to meeting number 125. I am Prashant and I will be your presiding officer for the day. So before I start, I would like to tell you a small story. So father used to play cricket with his son, and while playing cricket, he used to give him catching practice. So sometimes while giving a catch, he used to say, catch it. And the son used to take a catch successfully. But the other times, he used to say, don't drop. Notice the word, don't drop. And he used to drop the catch. So this continued many times. Then son was curious. He asked his father, why is it that when you say don't drop, I always drop a catch? So his father said, when I say don't drop, it sends negative and unclear signals to your brain. Your brain first tries to visualize what it is like dropping a catch and then tells itself not to do it. So in the meantime, already the ball has arrived and you drop it. So this is the power of positive thinking. So it always sends positive and clear signals to your brain so that it gets the best out of you. So with this, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day for today, who is our VP membership, very calm and patient, yet a confident speaker, Toastmaster Raviraj, with a round of applause.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Today we gather with enthusiasm as we pay tribute to the spirit of learning and celebrate significant role that students play in shaping our future. Our theme for today is Students Day, and it reminds us of the importance of education and the remarkable journeys of students. The World Students Day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam today on 15th of October. On the eve of World Students Day, we remember how the former president always encouraged students across the country and abroad to dream big and never be afraid of failure. Dr. Kalam's autobiography, Wings of Fire, is a book that has inspired countless students. It provides insights to his early life and challenges he faced and his journey to becoming a scientist. So I have one activity for all of you. For that, I will need 4 volunteers. Okay, Toastmaster Samar. And okay, 2 from offline, 2 from online. Okay. Toastmaster Samad and Toastmaster Mitesh. So tell me about your learning journey. It can be your school or college days or even today, what are you learning new things? What challenges are you facing and what have you achieved from those challenges?
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. And it's a very vast topic, like what all we learn day to day in a day-to-day life. One thing which is on the top of my head is the first time when I learned how to code. So my first lesson in college was to write a simple code in C language, and it was like "Hello World." And I didn't know anything about like what how a code looks like, how to write a code, where to go, on what to write. And by taking baby steps and seeing the hello world on the command screen, and you see that yes, your code has run, that was a very good feeling. But at the same time, it's just the basic thing of the whole thing of coding. So yeah, it's very difficult to code with the precise logic and the algorithm you have to learn for that. So it's a bit difficult for everyone to catch up and to place the right logic at the right area. So I think that's a bit difficult and a task to deal with. That's my learning.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samar. And yes, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Yeah. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. I believe learning is a lifetime process. It never stops with your school or your college, your formal education. But even after your formal education, in the real life, when you enter, when you meet your responsibilities, when you meet the challenges, you come across a lot of experiences, and that also teaches you a lot of the realities of the life. So I believe that learning is always a continuous process, and you should always keep learning. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mitesh. Yes, anybody from online? Would you like to share your experiences of student life? Yes, Toastmaster Ajay.
Yeah. So can you repeat again, Raviraj, your
Yes. Tell me about your learning journey. What challenges have you faced and what have you achieved from it?
yeah, it's a good question, Toastmaster Raviraj. For learning, I would give a priority to my Toastmaster. Of course, it's a very challenging for me when I initially when I joined Toastmaster to enhance my public speaking or my leadership quality. Of course, many times I failed or many times I stuck in between, but I never stopped learning. In fact, whenever I failed or whenever I stuck somewhere during my speech or during my any role playing, I would always feel that when you, when you failed, you get opportunity to enhance in that. When you success, you get a, satisfactions or a happiness. But failure give a more motivation. So yeah, from considering the professional or the personal life, I always try to make best use of it and always try to learn in all the areas. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay. And one more from online.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sudha ma'am.
Yeah. So I know you guys are pretty much, what do you say, nascent in the learning process as compared to me. But I have one thing to say, that I consider myself as a student for life. And you'll be quite surprised that I'm still studying. So I did my my MBA was with NMIMS long back before I started on to doing my journey with in my career. And after about a decade, I felt like I was feeling very, kuch kiya nahi hai, kuch padhna hai types, So then I went back to again doing another EMBA. So it's not about doing management per se. I also do a lot of other small online courses all the time. I think if you keep learning and you keep the mind for always absorbing new things, I think you definitely retain a lot of energy and a lot of positivity, because everyone needs to be recharged at some point of time. So take it as a continuous process is what I feel. And I'm a student for life and of life. Thank you. Over to you, Raviraj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha ma'am. And yes, as rightly said by all of you, that learning is a continuous process and we should keep learning every now and then. And even if we don't learn like consciously, subconsciously we learn from our environment, new things every day, each and every day. So let me tell you my story also. As you have told your experiences, I liked it very much. And I was like more of an academic guy in my childhood, and I used to like studying very much. And I was a very shy and quiet child, so I didn't used to talk much with people. I had a very few friends. But after I joined like I had a goal of improving my communication skills, and after that I joined Toastmasters. And for the first 4 months I didn't participate in Toastmasters, so I actually was not learning anything. But when I started participating, it like new paths I explored, that there is also a group called role players, and how to pick up a role and what scripts are there. So that was my first learning experience when I started participating. And as I progressed, my communication skill grew like automatically, I would say. I was not aware that it was developing, but yes, it was developing. And after that, Toastmaster Tanmay pushed me to become a vice president membership. And actually, I was very much uh, dedicated to improve my persuasion skill, and that's why I chose persuasive influence as pathway also. And yeah, I chose the vice president membership to learn, improve my persuasive skills, and that's how I am on my path of continuous learning through Toastmasters, through in which path all of us are there. So
And
yeah,
Raj, can I also say that you have just bagged an award for the club because of your VP membership role? So I think we all need to congratulate Raviraj for that.
thank
And
you so much. Thank you so
you've
much,
done a great job
Toastmasters
on that side. You're doing great and you're rocking it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So let's move on towards the core essence of a Toastmasters meeting. A Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts: prepared speeches, table topics, and general evaluation. Every Toastmasters meeting is incomplete without the tag team. Tag team comprises of timer, counter, and grammarian. So let me introduce you to our grammarian, Toastmaster Swapnali.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Raviraj.
Hello,
So,
Swapnali. Before you give us the grammarian guidelines, I have a question for you.
sure.
Yeah. What are some of the most memorable and valuable lessons you have learned during your time as a student, and how have they shaped your life and decisions?
Okay. Uh, there are a lot many, as in it's difficult to remember few, but and it's been many years since I graduated. But as Sudha ma'am said, I also believe in continuous learning. So every day there is some new learning. I mean, uh, even if you don't put any deliberate effort, just by looking at the people, just by observing them, you learn one or the other thing from them. So yeah, that's all I would like to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnali. And now you can continue with your grammarian guidelines.
Sure. So hello again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So for today's meeting, the word is euphoria, which means a feeling or a state of intense excitement. An example of using the word is the euphoria of passing my final board exam with flying colors is a feeling that I'll never forget. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Back to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnali. Our R counter for today's meeting is Toastmaster Ajay. I request Toastmaster Ajay to tell the importance of R counter in a Toastmaster meeting.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Raviraj. So, very good morning to Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, my dear guest. My role as the counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by the speakers and the role players. It includes the crunch sounds, filler words, but, like, so, okay, filler phrases, so, etc. Extremely long pauses. The crutch words or filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of speech, and it can be annoying to the listener. At the same time, decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the R counter notes this word and phrase in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in the future. I will present the R counter report when called upon by the general moderator at the end of the meeting.
Okay, thank
Over
you,
to you,
Mr.
Toastmaster of
Toastmaster
the day.
Ajay. I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. In an ever-changing educational landscape, how do you think students can best prepare themselves for the challenges and opportunities of the future?
Thank you so much. It's really a good question uh, to uh, to the uh, to the change of the generation or the digitalizations or the in fact the artificial intelligence. Students now have to learn new things. In fact, uh, I did my graduation in arts, and then I completed my post graduation diploma in supply chain management. I being in the IT department, but I did my supply chain in post graduation in supply chain management. In fact, for as Sudha ma'am told, learning never to be stopped in each and every age. You should grab the opportunity, or you should enhance your skills or upskilling for all the areas. You should start learning each and every area. So yeah, as I said, today is the life. Today is the new generation, the new skills coming up. We should always involve for the learning, and we should never be stopped. So today is the generation of digital transformations or the artificial intelligence. We should focus on these science in such technologies to enhance our skills and upskilling. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. And our timer for today is our own Toastmaster Prashant. I request Toastmaster Prashant to enlighten us with the timing guidelines. Before that, I have a question for you. What role do extracurricular activities and non-academic experiences play in a student's life? And how have they contributed to your personal growth and development?
So Raviraj, it's a nice question. So I think extracurricular activities play a very important role. So in my childhood days, I was interested in playing table tennis.
Voice has
And-
gone low, guys.
Sudha ma'am, are you able to hear now? Yeah. Are you able to hear now, Sudha ma'am?
It is low, but it's audible.
I think Toastmaster Prashant will have to raise his volume to match up.
Yeah, I will. Okay, sure. Okay, so regarding extracurricular activities, I think I was interested in table tennis.
Can I suggest there is some muted for Prashant's screen? Maybe if you remove the mute, it will be better. Or is it because of the echo? I don't know.
No.
The window that we see you guys in is Prashant's window, PO Prashant Busa. And if it is possible for you to remove the mute, maybe we can hear it clearer. It's very, very faint. I can't hear it. I don't know about others online.
Can you unmute from that laptop? Maybe. Yeah. So ma'am, any better now? So I can start. So yeah, so I was interested in table tennis during my school
Much
days,
better, much
and
better.
we used to bunk our 10th standard classes also to play table tennis. But I think like these extracurricular activities are fun, as well as they like table tennis as well as other sports. They help you to create a develop your confidence, create a sense of teamwork, and inculcate these values within you. So they are really very helpful. So just focusing on studies and cramming up things, it's like it helps you to achieve your goals for some time, but extracurricular activities also gives you that additional confidence and inculcate other values in you, I think. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So now I will continue with my timer guidelines. So goal is nothing but a dream with a time limit. So as a timer, I will be helping the speakers to express their thoughts within allocated time. So today I will be evaluating the prepared speeches, which we have 5 prepared speeches today, as well as the speech evaluations. And to help me in my role, I have these timer cards. And the green card is to indicate the qualifying time. The yellow card will indicate the target time, and the red card will indicate the maximum time. So for 5 to 7 minute prepared speeches, which we have today, I will be showing green card at the end of 5 minutes, yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. And in prepared speeches, we have a extra like a period of 30 seconds before or after the time limit. So I will be presenting my report when called upon by general evaluator of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Prashant. And I'm very glad today that we have 5 prepared speakers today. And let's move on to the first section of today's meeting, that is prepared speeches. Our first speaker is Madam Toastmaster Sudha. Before calling her on the stage, I would request her speech evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq, to tell us the speech objectives of Toastmaster Sudha.
Hi everyone, good morning. Today's speaker, Toastmaster Sudha, is attempting a speech for know your sense of humor. The purpose of the speech is, and this particular project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Timer, please note that the timing guideline for this particular speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Sudha, and all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. Madam Toastmaster Sudha's speech title is Don't Mind It. Toastmaster Sudha, don't mind it, Toastmaster Sudha.
Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters. When our dear president asked me to prepare a roast for the toast, my mind went into the kitchen. I'm a pure vegetarian, and the least I can do with roasting is a potato or maybe a toasted bread, and with a favorite wine, of course. I gathered back to the favorite item that each one of us is familiar with. Round as we unravel the tale of this unspectacular, I said unspectacular, star of the breakfast, the toast. Now, I know we are all here to refine our public speaking skills, but relax, don't mind it. Take a moment to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the bland square on our plates every day. Oh, you boring, unpalatable toast. You are like a warm-up comedian of the breakfast stage, desperately trying to get a chuckle from our taste buds. No chance. If mediocrity had a spokesperson, it would be you with your lackluster performance in the toaster. You come out either burnt or untoasted most of the times. You have mastered the art of being both overconfident and underwhelming at the same time. Without something being even spread on you, you can be as boring as a blind date with a rejected school crush. In the grand symphony of breakfast delights, You are the background noise, the unsung hero that you never asked for. So here's to the toast. Again, the one who dares to be consistently unremarkable. Your tiara is your filling. You are just an accompaniment. You can be a sidekick and never can be a hero. May you continue to be the opening act because someone set the bar so low that even bacon and eggs could be interesting. Cheers, or should I say, crumbs away. Then my way to thinking about toasting went to AIB. You remember the AIB toast where the most infamous Tanmay Bhatt was actually famous for his infamous, for him being infamous. We are all trained in Toastmasters to be this well-behaved person who doesn't even say a bad word, leave alone talking about taboo topics. Talking of stand-up comedians, let's turn our attention to our fellow Toastmasters who have all gathered here, who are in our midst. Their speeches are not so interesting because they have so many sequels than even Hollywood blockbusters. If verbosity were an Olympic sport, they had be a gold medalist by now. Recently, I'm sure you all remember, we had the privilege of a surprise visit of a veteran Toastmaster of District 98 who came uninvited for one of our home club meetings. No one knew he was a VIP designated in Toastmasters. Yes, you suggested it right. He was the DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters, guys. But he was ignored as he did come with a placard, right? Who knew he was distinguished? Nobody was declaring him so. My club members were new and naturally ignorant. He was surely used to having someone calling on a special invite and a long introduction, followed by a nonchalant, boastful expression. But as the meeting progressed, he was being ignored completely. And the knowledge in the business of ignorance was increasing so much and became so painful that I decided to bell the cat. And what happened? I asked him to come and talk a few words. And as expected, the person who was considered to be Bhishma, Pitamaha, as sermons were considered equal to his knowledge of warfare. No roles, no evaluations. What does he do in a meeting? He has to give a sermon. So the sermon of the captain of the universe started where every sentence boldly went out of to a place where nobody wanted to listen. And the fact that we were all sitting in the front row seat of Snore a Palooza, where the speaker proudly navigated through the thrilling galaxies of monotony, making you wish that even a greatest caffeinated coffee drinker would be taken to boredom. He has definitely taught me what a Toastmaster should not be. Toastmasters have given all of us so much. We are the diplomacy averse roasters. Let's not be too harsh. After all, we as are competent Toastmasters, having learned the art of successful turning every speech into a saga. So here's to our Toastmasters and what we give importance to even the R word. Now, if you really go to see, the insignificant filler words are remind you of maybe a constipated agony or a romantic scene. But here we give it so much importance that we actually glorify it with a crown, the words. Come on, guys, let's have a break. So I personally think that Toastmasters don't have the sense of humor. That's why they need a humorous speech contest to test their sense of humor. finally, cheers to the storyteller who makes a trilogy out of a 2-minute tale. Cheers to all the Toastmasters who are present here. And please don't mind. Let's just enjoy the journey, laugh, and also be prepared to be laughed at. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha. Now we move to our second speaker, Toastmaster Samarth. Before calling him on the stage, I request his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha, to tell us the speech objectives of Toastmaster Samarth.
Just 1 second. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, today my speaker will be attempting his L1P2 speech from the presentation mastery, and his time is 5 to 7 minutes. The objective of the speech is to help him design, write effective, concise speeches with a purpose. With that, I would like to wish Samarth all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. Welcome, Toastmaster Samarth. Thank you very much. His speech title is Be a Brand, Toastmaster Samarth. Be a brand, Toastmaster Samarth.
Guys, I just feel that there is a little lag after you start speaking to get it clear. So, Samarth, you just want to try it before you start speaking so that I can hear the speech properly.
Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? Am I audible?
I think you should speak a little. Maybe we can come to. Are you speaking? No, we can't hear you. I think you don't need to lift it up, right? Guys, I don't know.
Hello. Hello.
We can hear you, Mitesh, but the volume is
Yeah.
quite low. It's not very clear.
Just a second. Hello. Am I audible now?
Seems to be slightly better.
Yeah, you can start.
Better. Now?
Yeah,
Just keep it
slightly
like
better,
this.
slightly better.
Now it's audible?
Audible, but slow. But it's, I mean, you could go ahead. It's okay.
इसको time है तो I can start like इसका आ जाएगा. Okay. I'll test the mic until then.
It's okay, Samarth, you start, no problem.
Ma'am, they're uploading some photos for the for my speech, so
Ah,
just
okay.
give us 2 minutes. Yes, ma'am. पहले पैसा issue नहीं है. Just क्या आपके टूथपेस्ट में नमक है? क्या आपके कपड़ों में दूध सी सफेदी है? Who is the king of good times? What comes in 30 minutes? What is thanda thanda cool cool? Ring any bells? We are all surrounded by so many brands, and we see so many ads in a day. As per data, back in 70s, it was reported that an average man sees around 500 to 700 ads in a day. And in those times, the ads were in the form of hoardings, TV commercials, newspapers, etc. Fast forward to today, an average man sees around 10,000 ads in a day. But why I am telling you all this? We always talk about how the world has changed, how everything thanks to internet and technology has become digital. But this is not the only thing which has changed. The definition of brand has also changed. As per the textbook definition, brand is a name, term, symbol, or any feature that distinguishes one person's goods or services to those of others. But it was true back then, and it is still now. But it is just a part of the whole big tree of a whole big tree called the brand. And I'll explain it to you by asking you a simple question. First, all the 80s and 90s kids raise their hand, and you tell me which toothpaste brand comes to your mind when you go to a shop to buy one. Colgate, okay. Which bulb brand comes to your mind when you wanted to change a bulb at your place?
Philips.
Philips, okay. Which TV channel you used to watch back then when you wanted to watch something on TV?
Bush.
Doordarshan, okay. So
TV channel, Doordarshan.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
earlier back then, a brand was a company, a product, or a service. But as the time changed, the brand as the definition and term also changed. Now I will show you some photos and you will guess the brand name. Which is this brand called?
Nokia.
Next,
Daikin.
BlackBerry. A second.
We
and
can
third,
see the different answers, my dear.
Titan. And the last one.
Nike.
Nike.
So if you have noticed, 2 out of these 4 brands are not even existent right now, but still you are able to recall the brand because in that time the brand was much more than the product or the service. It is the logo, the symbol which held the core value of it. And after this, a guy came and he incorporated a company on 3rd of January 1997. And that company is now the world's most valuable company today. That guy is known to be the genius when it comes to marketing. uh, he has that uh, he has that aura which attracts people towards him and later to his company. You might have all guessed who I'm talking about. His name is Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Steve Jobs not only made his company's brand, but he also made his own brand. Steve Jobs taught me how to make a personal brand. And to create a personal brand, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. Because in the era of innovation and skill building, you can easily make a brand of yours by just uh, putting out your talent or skill in any platform which is available in your area or whatever in your accessibility. And we can all leverage our own skills and our unique personality to make a brand of ours. And trust me, we all are a brand, though in a very small scale, but everyone is. And I'll explain you how. In our in our in our friend circle or in our organization, there must be one person who is known for one particular thing. Everyone will say that कि ये काम तो यही कर सकता है. In English, only this guy can do this job. Building a personal brand is the only thing which will make you successful and most importantly, irreplaceable in your working professional life. And I'm not telling you to be a content creator or to be an influencer on Instagram. That's just it is just one way of building your personal brand. Personal brand is the conscious and intentional effort to build something you are passionate about and which makes you stand apart from the rest. And the most effective way to create a personal brand is to learn the skill of public speaking. And that's what we all are here for, to create a personal brand of ours which will help us to stand apart from the rest of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samar. Our third speaker of the day is Toastmaster Mitesh. Before calling him on the stage, I request the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal, to tell us the speech objectives of Toastmaster Mitesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My speaker today, Toastmaster Mitesh, will be attempting his level 1 project 2 speech under the pathway effective coaching. The speech objective is to learn or review the basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any title. Timer, please note the time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. With this, I would like to wish my speaker, Toastmaster Mitesh, all the very best. And hand it back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Welcome, Toastmaster Mitesh. His speech title is The Reality Check. Toastmaster Mitesh, The Reality Check, The Reality Check, Toastmaster Mitesh.
Oh, am I audible? The online audience?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj, for a warm introduction. There are several instances in your life when you come across a reality check that not only breaks your deep-rooted misconceptions, but also teaches you a life lesson that make an impactful that is impactful and that is effective. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Today, I'm going to talk about the changes that I've realized personally and the life lessons that I've learned over a period of time that have helped me to turn into a better version. There's an incident last Sunday when I was arranging some personal documents, and in the middle, I found an old class group photo of 10th standard from my school. and I just kept all my documents aside. I sat quietly, holding that photo, looking at myself, looking at my classmates, looking at my teacher, my principal, sitting together, just waiting for the photographer to click the perfect picture. And I just recalled all the memories of that particular year when I was so anxious about my 10th board exam. The kind of hype it has even today. So I was very anxious about my 10th board exam. I remember I had prepared a study timetable for a week, but never followed for throughout the year. I had also set an alarm of 5 a.m. in the morning. I used to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, turn off the alarm, putting up the blanket and sitting back again, and then regretting on my decisions. But the same cycle repeats throughout the year. But I managed to score well at the end. That's the story of that time. But now, after 5 years, when I set an alarm of 7:30 a.m., I get up at 7:30 a.m. I turn off the alarm and I get ready, have my breakfast, and leave for my office. Now, if the instance that I explained just before, it was 5 years ago, and the instance that I just talk right now, it is 5 years after, like it's about today. So the difference is that how when the time changes, when you grow up, the changes happen very naturally. When you come across a lot of things that you might have ignored in your childhood, but now you have to adapt to it. And there are and similar instances where I've learned a lot of life lessons. The first reality check, because my title is my speech title is reality check. My first reality check is adapting to the people and environment. Now, since childhood, I've always been a very sensitive person. Whenever someone used to criticize me, even in my family or relatives, like maybe it can be a constructive criticism or even scolding me. So I used to start crying. So everyone used to call me a cry baby. But when I realized growing up that you have to meet you are going to meet millions of people in your life every day. There could be some like-minded, there could be some opposite of you, and you have to deal with everyone. There's no choice. So you have to adapt to them. You have to adapt to the people. You have to adapt to the environment. That how the real world functions, and you have to you have to prepare yourself in that similar way. The second reality check that I found was like that learning is a lifetime process. As even Toastmaster Raviraj said, that you have to keep learning, because it is not limited to your school, it is not limited to your college, it is beyond that. And even last 5 years, as I've completed my college this year, I've come across a lot of experiences. I've understood a lot of basic things that even our school doesn't teaches you, like filling up a bank slip or opening a bank account, because these are the basic things that when you do it by yourself, you understand that, oh, this is how it happens. Maybe it is very basic, but again, it is not taught in a school or college. So these are the things that you learn, the little things that you come across, and you develop that maturity over a period of time. The third reality check that I learned is that you need to become mature enough, independent enough, and confident enough to deal with your own problems. Because your family and your parents will be there at a certain period of time, but there might be several instances where you have to fight alone your challenges, your problems, and you have to manage to cope with it. So I believe that there are different things that there are different instances that come across, and you have to deal with it. There are certain challenges that you face. Even when I believe when I was in my college, everyone used to that have that hype about what we're going to do after graduation. So I was worrying, and I was listening to some of the conversations from my classmates. They should talk about like how you have to prepare your resume, how you have to present yourself in an interview, and I was so worried. Like, how will I going to do it? Because I'm a very introvert kind of personality. So, but how gradually I learned, and how gradually I landed up, started working after my graduation, everything really started improving. I started doing, and even after joining Toastmasters Club, I think it also helped me to develop my communication. So I believe that changes happen over a period of time. You will going to change. everything will not going to remain the same. And that's the reality check of your life, that it will change and you have to change with the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh. Our fourth speaker is Toastmaster Krupesh. Before calling him on the stage, I request his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha, to tell us the speech objectives of Toastmaster Krupesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. My speaker today, Toastmaster Kripesh, will also again be doing the L1 P2 speech, but from the pathways of dynamic leadership. And the purpose of the project is to learn or train himself to write a speech with a defined purpose, a well-organized speech on any topic. With that, wishing you all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. Welcome, Toastmaster Krupesh. His speech title is Celebrating Codex. Toastmaster Krupesh, Celebrating Codex, Celebrating Codex, Toastmaster Krupesh.
Am I visible and audible? Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Fellow Toastmasters, can I ask you a question? What is almost a 2000-year old and still have not changed very much? Any guesses? Okay, time for a few more hints. This thing can motivate you, it can inspire you, it can make you happy when you are sad, but can also make you sad when you are happy.
I'm sorry, can you start again? I can't hear clearly.
Yeah, is it little better now? Yeah.
Can you speak,
Is it little
Kripesh?
better? Yeah, is it better?
Yeah, slightly better, but I think you may have to raise your voice a bit if it can't go beyond this.
Yeah, is it better now?
It's not better, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Let me try to flip it. Yeah, is it better now?
अभी तो बिल्कुल नहीं. Is it the distance, Prashant? Because you guys were standing a little far away. So is it because of that? I don't know. I'm asking.
I'll try that. Okay.
Okay, we need you to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, is it better now?
Is it only for me or everyone on online? Because I'm the only one who's having a problem, it looks like.
It is slightly low, but I mean, I have the headset on, so for me at least it's better. But I can
Okay,
imagine,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, for me also, the voice is, yeah, little low, but yeah, it's audible to me
It's
also.
yeah, the voice is low, audible, but it's very low for the for the speaker to get recognized, right? While
Yes.
the online mode. So if you are on
Yes.
speaker, probably that may not be audible.
I have to now search for my speaker. Kripesh, you start. It's okay. Vishal, you also make a note of things because if in case I've not heard, then maybe you can take the evaluation ahead. Let's just
Okay.
go ahead with it because you can hear it clearly. But
Yeah.
I'll make my notes anyway. Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll repeat. Sudha ma'am, is it little better than previous now?
No.
Okay. But is it same like previous?
Same like before.
Okay. I'll try to speak louder also.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Fellow Toastmasters, can I ask you a question? Okay, I'll repeat it again now. So what is almost 2000-year old, what can make you happy, sometimes make you sad, and this thing you have used most in your school time. Nearby, but I said thing. Yeah, fantastic. You got it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my topic for today, one of my favorite things, books. Books have literally shaped the world we are in. Religion, which was created and propagated to billions of people, courtesy a book. Books have helped spread science throughout the world. Medical books have helped save millions of lives, while engineering books have helped build the world as we see it. And can there be law and order in the society without the scarily big books of law found in the lawyer's office? Let's segue from office to home. Books are like a door. You open one and you enter into a fantastic new world. Just today, this morning, I was reading a book called Malgudi Days. And I felt as if I was playing cricket with Swami and his friends in a village in Karnataka. Books are also like a mirror. You can see yourself and understand yourself better because now you have experienced another character's life. Books are also like an air conditioning AC unit because when chips are down, they provide you with solace and offer you a fresh air of new perspective. And since book provide great food for thought, let me call it refrigerator also. And for some really fantastic great men, the book acts like a bed because when this really great men read even a small paragraph, in no time they're sleeping like a baby. So enough of this non-living things. Books also act as a friend and a confidant. You can discuss your problem with them and you will receive plethora of solution and mind you without a judgment. Books are also like a time machine. They help you cross space-time barrier. If you understand how was Mahatma Gandhi's life way back in 1895 in a South Africa ashram, well, pick his autobiography, My Experiments with the Truth, and you will understand his life. You want to understand the pain of a black man in 1960 in Texas, United States, when discrimination was at its peak, well, you can pick a related book. What more a book does? A book helps you to live multiple lives in one lifetime. You can become any character you want, which is not practically possible with the help of book, you can do it. If you are reading Mahabharata, you can become Arjuna, who is confused between his dharma and his karma. Or you can become his diplomatic guru, Sri Krishna. Or you can become Kunti and Draupadi too, feeling their pain and anxiety, feeling their joy, ecstasy, and euphoria. What more a book does? So you will tell me, Krupesh, enough of this helicopter view and Mahabharata and all. Tell me what's practically in it for me. How does the book benefit me? Well, for a starters, as a Toastmasters, we all are interested in great output. And the engineers in the room can attest that a great output is not possible without a great input. And books are a fantastic source of great input. We need great stories, great language, rich vocabulary, and enchanting quotes. Books give it all. As Mrs. Fuller said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. For the parents in the room, you must have introduced your kids to two T's, toys and technology. But I will urge you to introduce them to this third T also, the treasure of books. Now, someone might say, Krupesh, all this business of reading books is very boring for me. I can't do it. Well, today, technology is the solution. You don't want to read books? Okay, you can hear books nowadays on Audible, or you can scroll through books on your Kindle reader, or even your mobile phone. So as a conclusion, I would like to believe that this little dialogue of mine on the books would have created some awe in your mind to give it a try to books, because now you know how they have really shaped the world and it literally runs the show. I would like to believe that this dialogue of mine would have created some curiosity in your mind to pick up a book sometime soon and embark upon a beautiful voyage to an all new world. I would like to believe that your love for the books would have increased at least a little bit than what it was yesterday, because now you know that how books help you reach pinnacle of success in your Toastmaster journey as well as your life journey. So I pray and sincerely hope you do what a wise man once said. We are the old folk, but buy new books. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krupesh. Our fifth speaker of the day is Toastmaster Arbas. Before calling him on the stage, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal, to tell us the speech objectives of Toastmaster Arbas.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raviraj. My second speaker today, Toastmaster Arbas, will be attempting his level 2 project 2 speech under the pathway dynamic leadership. The speech objectives, there are actually two speech objectives. The primary purpose of the speech is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The other purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. The time for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and I would like to wish my speaker Toastmaster Arbas all the very best for his level 2 project 2 speech and hand it over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. Welcome, Toastmaster Arbas. His speech title is Let's Take the Dais. Toastmaster Arbas, let's take the dais. Let's take the dais, Toastmaster Arbas.
Meanwhile, I'll just check. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. Successful communication has created massive empires, driven innovations, and meaningful relationships. I want you all to think of the time when you were giving a presentation or a speech, or you were amidst any social situation. You were so damn good. But despite all this, the audience either didn't seem to understand what you said, or in worst cases, disagreed with you. Wasn't your euphoria shattered? Good morning, energetic Toastmasters. So today, I'm exactly going to hit the nail in the coffin of this communication thing. Dias. When I wrote this title, many people started messaging me what this is all about. But before we dive into the nitty-gritties of Dias, if the answer is in the affirmative, that is yes, you all have faced such embarrassments, because these are more or less like a nightmare for any public speaker. Raise your hand. Okay. Let's try to understand the science behind why, while communicating, we are not able to connect. You see, people are different, and the responses are also different. Even the same individual, when subject to different circumstances, might behave in a completely different way, or while interacting with a different group, his response might be different. So we have to exactly tune this and get this ability to recognize. I want everyone to repeat after me. The ability to recognize what the other person might respond like. This is all you need to connect with the audience, and connection will become a cakewalk for you. It will no longer be a nightmare. But before we go into this thing, here is where the importance of different styles of communication comes into play. DIAS. D here stands for direct, A for analytical, I for initiative, and S as you can see, for support. Starting first with the dias, D, direct style. It's important while communicating that you match your communicating style with the other person's style. For example, if a person is a direct communicator, if you try analytical style of communicating, what will happen? If a person is filled with loads of emotions, and if you choose a style that is not centered around story, what will happen? If you're interacting with someone who has got shorter attention span, especially teenagers, what will happen? The answer is not anybody's guess. You will fail miserably. So when dealing with this type of a people, you have to choose direct style in order to enable brain-to-brain coupling. These people are confident and straightforward, hence the name direct. They directly jump to the conclusion or come to the point. They prefer working independently. They are motivated by a host of challenges, and this makes them fast and decisive. Can anyone guess the politician over here? Yes, it was during his reign that he came up with this important decision of giving the green signal to the Pokhran tests, 1992. Now let's move on to the second type, analytical. These people prefer to center their communication in such a way that it resembles logic in every nook and corner. This makes them approach people in a slow pace. Their answers are systematic and well organized. Hence, these people are also known as perfectionists, and they are a great problem solvers. They are also task oriented, and they do not express their opinions unless asked exclusively. Can you guys guess the minister here? And what portfolio he holds? Correct. Third one, initiative style. You can see Bill Gates. He is known for his energy that he associates with every invention that he comes up with. Microsoft was nothing, but this person made it the company that it is today. These people prefer friendly working environment, and they are great persuaders and innovators. They are sociable and fun-loving type. The Toastmasters format, if you consider, we meet with people whom we encourage to come up and speak. The Toastmaster format is also a classic case of initiative environment. Here the speakers are expected to be initiative. At the get-go, the SAR introduced that Toastmasters provide a positive and a supportive learning experience, where members are empowered and encouraged to come up and take initiative of playing multiple roles and removing the stage fear. Fourth style, supportive. This guy over here, can you guys guess? When he took over as the CEO of Microsoft, it was reeling under a stagnant phase, sorry. But this guy's leadership and communication style made it the company it is today. This type of people demonstrate active listening. They make themselves easily approachable so that two-way communication process is open. And anyone with an innovative idea can come forward and share this thing. They also dislike change and avoid conflicts. They run from scandals and all sorts of flowery things. They maintain neutrality. And this is the characteristic of this type of a speaker. So yes, as the dust settles over that, which was nothing but 4 primary styles of communication, which one you liked the most? Okay, but let me be rather blunt. We have to be dynamic and we should be willing to adapt ourselves in such a way that we can shift to any particular style when demand comes. Or even combining different styles can be an option. As communication is nothing. It's nothing like a game of dice which anyone can come and play randomly like this. It is rather a game of voice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arbas. Now we have completed the first section of today's meeting, and let's take a break of 3 minutes. I request our timer to set the timing of 3 minutes so that everybody can drink water. Thank you so much. Okay, we shall start in the next 10 seconds. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Raviraj.
Yeah, everybody has come in the online.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, we shall move forward then.
Yeah, please.
So before we begin with our second section, that is table topic section, I have one activity. In this, I will ask you some basic questions, and yes, whoever knows the answer can answer impromptly. Okay. No need to raise your hands, no need, you just shout. And also, in the online people can unmute themselves. All of the online people can unmute themselves. Okay. So here is some fun quiz for you. Which famous physicist formulated the theory of relativity?
Einstein. Einstein.
Albert Einstein. Okay. What is the chemical symbol of gold
AU.
and its name?
AU. No, I don't know the name.
Aurum. Aurum. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and in her famous work for her work in radioactivity?
Nancy Curie.
Radioactivity.
Nancy Curie.
Marie Curie. Yeah. Which is the longest river in the world? Yep. Which is the nearest star?
No, we didn't hear the answer, Ravi. Raviraj, we didn't hear the answer. What's the longest river?
Nile River, ma'am.
Nile. Okay, yeah, fine.
Yep. And which is the nearest star? Outside the
Proxima
solar system?
Centauri.
Huh?
Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, Proxima Centauri. Who answered that?
Tariq here.
Oh, Toastmaster Tariq. Very good.
Tariq is into astronomy also. Good, good. Okay.
We all know about the Apollo 11 mission, which landed the first man on the moon. But do you know how many astronauts were there? And tell me their names.
3.
Okay, 3 astronauts. Right answer. Neil Armstrong and
Armstrong.
Buzz Aldrin. Yes. And the third astronaut.
Michael Collins.
Who's that?
Tariq here.
Tariq, no
Wow.
Google, please.
Michael
No,
Collins, yeah.
I'm not doing Google. I'm on my mobile.
मतलब Google तो यूज नहीं कर रहे.
No, I'm on my mobile.
तो मोबाइल पे तो गूगल होता है यार. तारिक क्या बोल रहे हो?
I'm walking, madam. I'll show you my Fitband.
I was joking, Tariq. Relax.
Collins is the one. He didn't land on the moon, but his was very important work to orbit the moon and to connect the satellite of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin again to the station.
Sorry to interrupt, right? So I remember Michael Collins because after this the moon mission, he got into depression because when he came back, people were asking him that why didn't you land on the moon, because that was an iconic moment at that time and he missed his name to in the history of mankind. So I was reading a book where his incident was mentioned about why you want to be on the right place at the right time, but still you will not be able to make it. So that's the reason.
Thank you so much. And the last question, when was ISRO formed and who was the founder?
Can you repeat? We didn't hear the question.
Yeah, Vikram Sarabhai. And when was it formed? Of course, 19 तो हो गए.
I think 1971 or 1972, one of them.
Okay, it was founded on 15th August 1969.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to the second session of today's meeting. That is the table topic session.
But
As we
Raviraj
know,
ji,
in our real life, we don't get opportunity to prepare our speeches beforehand. And so it is important to practice our impromptu speaking muscle. Okay. Speaking is also a muscle which you can develop. And that's how this table topic session of Toastmasters comes into play and helps you to develop your speaking muscle. And yeah, I would like to have some volunteers from offline as well as online. Come on, who comes first? Who is the most courageous?
I can go first. Today, for a change, I am
Yeah,
courageous.
Toastmaster Groupesh.
Yeah, even I can go. No problem.
Then I can go.
Tariq.
I think we have more courageous people online than offline. It's easier to become table topics person and online, I think.
Because in the comfort zone now.
Yeah.
Spotlight Toastmaster Tariq.
Yep.
Hello, Sudha ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Toastmaster Tariq.
Okay.
So let's proceed with the table topic session. First of all, like I didn't expect you to be the first table topic speaker, as you are the general evaluator as well as you are the evaluator. So I can only imagine this, that how can evaluation and table topic speaker both you can be. So kudos to that. And yeah, I will share some quotes in this session, and I would like you to share your stories or your views regarding that quote. Okay. I would like the timer to give the timing guidelines. Okay. Timing guidelines. Yeah. Toastmaster Prashant, welcome again.
Yeah, hello again. So for table topics, we encourage the speakers to speak from 1 to 2 minutes. So I will be showing a green card at the end of 1 minute. I will be showing a yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds and a red card at the end of 2 minutes. And here we do not have a grace period before the qualifying time. We only have a grace period on the higher side of the table topic. Thank you. Over to you, Raviraj.
Okay. The first quote for Toastmaster Tariq is: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Good afternoon, everyone. The topic is about education is the powerful tool to change the world. If you see around, you see that there is a lot of things going on. If you see, for an example, the technology evolution that is happening and has happened from past 25 years, it has put everybody a plethora of information and knowledge in their radar, in their brain. Every day we consume a lot many things where our brain is not evolved to consume those many things. How do you educate yourself? So I'll try to narrow down to just one single thing as a takeaway for this particular speech, right, on the table topic, that the way that you consume information has been changed. Now it's up to us to educate ourselves in order to find what is suited for us from the lot of information that we have been thrown. It could be social media. Yesterday, I'm sure everybody or 90% of the population from this particular group must have watched India-Pakistan match on Disney Hotstar. Anybody remembers how many advertisement was part of that particular live telecast? It could be more than 1,000 in the 6 hours of match, right? Apart from the other distractions that we have. So my take on the education is, first we need to educate ourselves And then we need to spread this information to the others in order to how education helps us to be more mindful and to also understand what is right and what is wrong for all of us. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. And yes, Toastmaster Krupesh, would you like to come? So your topic is the second code, that is the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. What are your reviews on this?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj, for the interesting topic. It is said that education is not the filling of a bucket, but it is igniting of the fire. So it's all about thinking critically. If I go back to prehistoric times when humans were evolving, they didn't know about the wheel, they didn't know about the fire. But some of our predecessors must have thought critically, that would have thought in a way which was curious. They were of the nature of inquiry, that okay, I'll start rubbing these stones together, what happens? And they rub the stones together, the fire happened, and today fire is one of the important energy input for all of us. But again, the way human race developed, and today we are using mobile, internet, and we have spacecraft, but only intelligence will not help, because we know there are a lot of intelligent people who have indulged into corruption. There are people who ran away from India. They were for sure intelligent. There were cruel, intelligent dictators, but they didn't have character. So without character, intelligence is really dangerous. So you should be bright, but you should also be human. And that's how the world will progress forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krupesh. As we are short of time today, I will take only one more and let's proceed forward to the next section then. So who wants to come?
I don't mind, but I think Ajay wanted to do it, right? Ajay? Go ahead.
Toastmaster Ajay?
Yeah, no problem. I'll try.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. No problem.
Okay. Spotlight, please spotlight Toastmaster Ajay. Yeah. So the topic for you, Toastmaster Ajay, is live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were going to live forever. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Toastmaster Ajay.
Can we change the topic?
Okay. So the second quote, I can give it to you. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raviraj. It's an interesting topic. The beautiful learning cannot take away from you. It's a very good topic. Yeah, I can say uh, learning is never to be stopped in any form. Either you are a student or you are in professional field or you are in the middle or age group age. We should never stop learning. And when we learn something, it cannot be taken away from you. In fact, learning can you give a boost to enhance your professional life or your personal life. You can step forward on the next level. So yeah, learning cannot be take away from you. Over to you, Raviraj. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay. Now, before going to the general evaluation section, we can take the polls of prepared speakers. Okay, I can share. I've shared the link on Mumbai Speakers Club. From there, you can poll for the best prepared speaker. Okay, if the polling is done, we can move to the third and the most important section of any Toastmasters meeting. That is the section of general evaluation. Our general evaluator is the very calm and composed Toastmaster of our club. General evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Thank you, everyone. For the benefit of guests and everyone on the meeting, I would like to introduce the role of general evaluator. So imagine that you are going to a grand party. You plan to dress impeccably to present the best version of yourself. You stand in front of the mirror and neatly comb your heads, put your dress to perfection, and treat every flaw that you can see. At the end of 2 hours of Toastmasters, when you are finally ready in front of the mirror, you are confident that you are looking your absolute best. Would you like if somebody tells you that the mirror is giving you a false image? Probably no. Same is with the public speaking. It is important to receive utmost to feedback so that you can improve before you step up into a grand stage. As a general evaluator, think of me like your mirror. I will help you in seeing a true reflection of our performance while you are on the stage so that you may learn what and where to clean up. So with this, I'll start with my general evaluator role. I'll be calling on a team to assist me with giving feedback to our speakers, and I will also evaluate the entire meeting at the end. Help me welcome Toastmaster Tariq to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Sudha. I will start with my evaluation timer. Please note the timing guidelines is 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I'll start with the evaluation. Toastmaster Sudha today gave an extravagant speech, and the theme was having a humorous speech. Now, those of you who probably would have heard about giving a humorous speech or giving a speech in the humorous speech contest worldwide, humor is not making up the jokes on the stage. And Toastmaster Sudha, being a senior Toastmaster, absolutely nailed it. She didn't crack any jokes as such, but at the same time, she gave a speech where people have to think about the humor within their speech, right? So I'll give a few examples. Overconfident and underwhelming. You can be as boring as a blind date of the rejected school date. Now, in the speech when Toastmaster Sudha gave, it was put in a way where she didn't laugh, but then it actually cracked me because then I was thinking about how she has formed the sentences within the speech, how she has weaved those kind of a humor in the speech itself, where it is not so evident, but just by hearing that, you feel that, oh, you know what, this is exactly what a humorous speech should be. Another example is one who dares to be consistently unremarkable. Again, it's a humor. You can be a sidekick and never be a hero. So those are the highlight of the speech where I found it's absolutely flawless while giving a humorous speech, and it is kind of a level where the international humorous speech contest, right? She can absolutely nail it. Another one is about the vocal variety. She put emphasis on the vocal variety about distinguished Toastmasters, long introduction, nonchalant and forceful expression. So she introduced the distinguished Toastmaster who came and visited our club in the past. Um, Knowledge is the business of ignorance. So that's something which probably requires a lot more thinking about the level of humor, right, which Toastmaster Sudha has introduced. If I may suggest few things, it's just my personal suggestion. There's no suggestion from the speech perspective because it was very well written. All the humor was viewed in the speech. It was not making jokes, but it was more of connecting jokes with information. One thing that I would like to suggest is speed is important. Of course, your speed was absolutely fine, but if you would have paused for people to digest the humor, it could have been great. Honestly, honesty leads the better results. You were honest in terms of your observation about the Toastmaster. For an example, Toastmaster doesn't have humor, and that's the reason we have humorous Toastmasters speech contest, right? So that was absolutely fine. But just to add a little bit more, would have been absolutely fantastic. Uh, Another one is about the research. I think you very well researched about the topic and what humor is all about. You should avoid telling a funny story because story is just a story. It has a different context, which you actually did. You didn't tell any story as such, but then you picked an example of, say, distinguished Toastmasters who visited humorous speech contest, just to people to understand what humor is all about. So fantastic, and thank you, Toastmaster Sudha, for a wonderful speech. Okay,
Thank you.
timer, please stop the timer. Okay, I'll give back to myself again as a general evaluator. I will start with the second evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal.
I think it's myself,
Think,
right?
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay, yeah, sorry.
Toastmaster Sudha.
Toastmaster Sudha, over to you for the second evaluation.
Yeah, now I'm crossing the other side of the table. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my general evaluator, and in specific, all the guests as well, and my speaker, Toastmaster Samarth. Can I have Toastmaster Samarth in front of me so that I can see him as well? Samarth, can you come to the stage if you don't mind? Yeah, great. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. Not a problem. Yes. Toastmaster Samarth today was giving his L1P2 speech. And what a informed speech. I mean, I think he, generally when I see youngsters like Samarth coming on the stage, we always talk about technology, AI, machine learning, and, all those things which comes along with the young generation. But Samarth was one person who brought us to a topic which we have more or less forgotten, but I think very relevant and very important for us to keep in mind, because we are running after brands. And he talked about the essence of 500 to 700 brands a day. And today we are looking at 10,000 brands. And today Tariq also mentioned about how many advertisements we saw yesterday. And we have become a slave to making an opinion, making a judgment, and finally getting into the market and buying it. So I think he touched upon a very important topic. That means he connected to the audience straight. The most important thing was he had a lot of matter, content, which was supported by a lot of facts. It was just not fiction or observation. So that is a great thing. The other important thing is, you have evidence of the fact that, people can be promoting a brand, but you can become the personal brand yourself. So that connection also he brought out very well in the speech by an example of Steve Jobs, and how Apple being a brand, and he came up with the branding of himself as a person. So if there is anything about quality, about security, you only go to Apple. So that is the kind of relatability that you had in your topic. So kudos to that. You are just in L1 P2 speech, but I think you have done way high above in terms of the knowledge of how to become a efficient public speaker. So I really want to congratulate you for this effort. It's a spot on speech. If I have to really go into anything that you can improve, I felt that you were walking a lot. There was a lot of distraction because you were going up and down and right and left. Maybe that's the way that you kind of want to control your nervousness, or, you know, whatever it is, but try to be conscious and mindful about it. The second part is that the ending could have been a little bit more forceful and impactful. Your introduction and your body was spot on. You couldn't have done better than that, but the ending could have been a little bit more impactful, because there should be a plea in your speech at the end of the day. So that plea was kind of missing. Other than that, a fantastic speech, and I'm really looking forward to hearing you more and you taking the stage. You have just started, so we want to see you more on the stage. Congratulations, and over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. And if I may just add one point, the content of the speech was excellent. I actually figured out a lot of things which probably we may have overlooked, right, from the branding perspective. So that was great. Continue to do well. I will move ahead for the third evaluation. And for that, I would like to invite on the stage Toastmaster Vishal. Over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq. So my speaker today, Toastmaster Mitesh. Toastmaster Mitesh, with the reality check, you really gave us all a reality check with your speech. I mean, how we can look at the changes and the life lessons around us, and how it can make us a better person. That is a message that you really started off with, which was great. You mentioned about the old classroom photos, which really would have resonated with each and every one of us, and we all can relate with that because we've all had photos taken when we were in schools with our classmates. We tend to forget those memories, but it was really good of you to kind of reignite that particular memory in all of us. And as a matter of fact, I have one of my school photo. I always keep it in front of me. I think maybe it's not visible. I might have been in sixth or seventh standard. It's just something that I always look at myself, that where I've come from that particular period. So it kind of inspires me, and I'm quite sure, with these memory, you inspired a lot of us to kind of see where we have come from our childhood days. And from very nice examples and very simple examples you gave about the alarm clock earlier, like the alarm used to go off at 6 a.m., but you used to just go under the blanket and go back to sleep. But now you had the discipline of waking up with the alarm clock going off, and how you have it has how this discipline has really helped you to get a job, land up with a job. So that was really commendable. I really like the fact that you mentioned the three golden rules, which we pretty much forget from time to time. Things like how we need to adapt to people and environment, how that learning is a lifelong process, and how to have that maturity to deal with your own problems. So overall, in the observation that I had from the speech that you delivered was like fantastic message. I really resonated with your speech. I found in areas of improvement, I found that there was quite a bit of use of crutch word. I think we may wait for our counter to see how you dealt over there. But I felt that maybe it was lack of preparation. as this is a prepared speech, it would have been a lot better if you would have rehearsed your speech, so that it helps you focus on the delivery aspect as well. As you know, the crutch word, it really impacts the quality of the speech. So maybe that is something you can consider, like do more practice, practice your speech, maybe with a family member or in front of the mirror, however you feel comfortable. So that is something I felt is where you can improve upon. Also, in terms of hand gestures, I feel it was very limited, right? Like just here, maybe you could have just kind of elaborated on that, just have like more hand gestures to kind of expand your body and make that message more impactful to the audience. Overall, Toastmaster Mitesh, it was a beautiful message that you summarized it, that we all need to change with time. And I felt you have done justice to the objective of the speech, wherein it was indeed a very well organized speech. So wish you all the very best, Toastmaster Mitesh, for your future speeches as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. It was indeed wonderful evaluation. And as Toastmaster, the speaker mentioned about change is the only constant. So that I think is very well depicted in his speech as well. So thank you for evaluation. We have the next evaluation for Toastmaster Krupesh. Toastmaster Sudha, over to you.
Good afternoon once again, and good evening, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my speaker, Toastmaster Kripesh. Kripesh, I must say that you were euphoric when you came onto the stage, and I could see a passion in your eyes when you were wanting to communicate a very important message, and that comes with your experience, which I know a little bit because we have talked about, which is on books. And I think you made a point to the extent that you wanted to bring up the epics and how the characters and the people that you have read in Mahabharata has inspired you, and books is the only reason for you to be able to understand and gain so much knowledge. You had a message, and that was the purpose of L1P2 speech, where you connected the benefit of reading, a very relevant message. Today, people are not reading as much. Thanks to even some apps like Audible and Spotify, we rather like to use the time that we're doing something else to hear, not to read. So I think read is a complex habit. It is also a very intense habit because it requires at least 3 to 4 sense organs to be engaged for you to be really taking the best benefit. And people don't have the time. So it was a superb message that you actually gave to the audience. Kudos to that. You also, being an engineer, if I'm not mistaken, you also mentioned about the output and input aspect. And I think what came out was the immediate connect to the audience. I think when you mentioned that, and even to a layman like me, I'm not an engineer, but I could relate to the fact that it's junk in, junk out. So you mentioned how important it is. So you had a message, you had a reason why you were telling people to buy it, and then you also substantiated it with an evidence. So that these are the basically the the important ingredients of a good speech. Very well structured, very well written, very well thought of, left an impact to the audience and connectivity as well. So I personally think you did a great job on conveying your message and delivering the objectives of L1P2. If I had to give you any steps for improvement, it would be that you were not connecting with probably the audience in terms of your eye contact continuously. You were looking down a little bit, looking up, and I felt that maybe that's why your speech was not clear, because of the noise disturbance as well. So other than that, I think also try to be posture should be pretty professional. This is the way I would look at it. So if you're standing at one place, it should be straight and with your hands in the front, and to be able to provide gestures where you are in control. But here I felt that you were talking to them, like, trying to have a one-to-one conversation with them. So when you're a speaker, and especially a public speaker, platform, you have to be a little mindful about that professional and serious posture that you have to take. Other than that, great job. And I'm looking forward. I've always loved your speeches. I've told you that because it comes from the raw materials which goes into preparing it. So I really looking forward to more of such. All the best, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. Indeed, a great evaluation, as always, Toastmaster Sudha. And it was a wonderful speech. If I may want to add one point is about the stage presence and the audience connect. So you should always keep your particular stance in terms of how you would like to be heard, right, from the audience perspective. So that could have been better, but otherwise, fantastic speech. I will now start with the last evaluation for the day for Toastmaster Arbaz. I will hand it over to Toastmaster Vishal. Over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq. So Toastmaster Arbaz, I'm doing a back-to-back speech evaluations for you. I know I did the last evaluation for you as well when we were in the online mode. So it's always a pleasure to evaluate you. And your today's speech title was very interesting. It really had that surprise element that what is this like, not let's take the dais, what is it all about? And as in how your speech went forward, how it unfolded, the message as well, which was like very clear. So I really like the fact that you started off with the presentation. It's something, a very innovative idea that you thought of, having a prepared speech incorporated along with the presentation. And it was very visual. It was not just bullet points that, hey, these are the bullet points of my speech. You made it very visual as well, so that people could easily connect with the physical characters that you had of the leaders, as well as I believe in one of the slides you also had certain animals depicted there as well, which kind of also shows how these characteristics of the communication style. Because normally whenever we have say about communication, it always comes like majority is of the speech, but you also had those animal pictures, which I thought was very interesting, because animals cannot speak, but still yet they are able to showcase those characteristics with their style. So that's something I found very interesting. Also, you mentioned all the four uh, communication styles like very elaborately, and like I said, it was something which we all could easily connect with as well. So Toastmaster Arbaz, in terms of your speech clarity, it's like great. Your vocal variety is also like very good. You maintain very good gestures and eye contact with your audience whenever you deliver your speech. Also, in terms of utilizing the stage, since you are delivering the speech today in the online, in the physical mode, you made a good usage of the space as well. Sometimes I just felt that you were going a bit outside the camera. So maybe that is something you need to be mindful as well, because whenever you are delivering the stage on the speech as well, depending on certain topics, if the topic is something very out of the box, then you can utilize the stage a lot more. But then you also need to be mindful of what your topic is, and just have your stage just define like an area on the stage wherein you can be are comfortable, so that you don't have the audience just looking too much on like from left to right. So that is just one minor suggestion that I have for you. I think, and one more thing, I found it that in terms of improving the audience engagement, if you could have added maybe a bit of a humor if possible, or maybe something like a personal example as well, how you've used your communication style in your in your daily routine. Maybe it's something that has happened in your past that would have really taken that speech and added that personal flavor as well. Overall, Toastmaster Arbaz, like it was like a fantastic speech that you delivered, and you have done justice to the objective, which was to make the audience learn about the different communication styles. So really looking forward to your next speeches as well. Thank you so much. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Indeed, a great evaluation. If I may want to add just one point for Toastmaster Arbaz, it would be his enthusiasm and his stage presence. Always he is kind of very enthused about giving the speech, making justice to the speech as well. And this is the speech that I gave 2 weeks back about evaluating the communication style. So I can absolutely relate to it. Thank you, Toastmaster Arvaz, and thank you, Toastmaster Vishal, for the wonderful evaluation. I will now move ahead for our general evaluation. Next steps. It is important to get your message across in the allowed time and for the meeting to run according to the schedule. I would like to invite our timer who will report on how we have done with the time, who may give your report. Timer. Do we have Toastmaster Prashant? Yep. We can't hear you. I think you are on mute.
Yeah. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone again. So this is my timer report. We had 5 prepared speakers and like 5 evaluations today. So like starting with the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Sudha took 7 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Samarth took 6 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Mitesh took 5 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Krupesh took 5 minutes 32 seconds. Toastmaster Arbaz took 7 minutes 10 seconds. And then coming to the table topics. So Toastmaster Tariq took 1 minute 57 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Krupesh took 1 minute 20 seconds. And Toastmaster Ajay took 50 seconds and not qualified for table topics. Now coming to the evaluations. So in evaluations, so Toastmaster Sudha took 3 minutes 3 seconds for evaluating Samarth's speech and 3 minutes 29 seconds for evaluating Krupesh's speech. And Toastmaster Tariq took 3 minutes 50 seconds for evaluating Toastmaster Sudha's speech. So that is like it has gone beyond our time limit, but I think due to the technical glitch, we were not able to show you the card on time. So I think we can allow to get qualified. And then Toastmaster Vishal took 3 minutes 25 seconds for Mitesh evaluation and took 3 minutes 35 seconds for Arbaz evaluation. So that another evaluation is disqualified. So yeah, so that's it with the report. So just a suggestion for like managing your time during prepared speeches. I think like when you rehearse at your home, you should try to rehearse with the same loud voice and the same pace which you are going to use during your actual speech. And maybe you can target, if it is a 5 to 7 minute speech, you can target around 6 minutes. And maybe you can keep a small paragraph in reserve. So if during the speech, maybe you get a little nervous or you start speaking fast, then you can use that paragraph to help you out. But if you are going too slow and you get carried away, you are feeling too comfortable and want to share more, then maybe you can edit out that paragraph and not speak about it. So I think these guidelines can help you in your prepared speech preparation. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you,
Back to you,
Toastmaster
General
Prashant.
Evaluator Tariq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. It was indeed a great timing report. One thing that I would like to add for prepared speakers, as well as general who are practicing their public speaking, is to record their speech at least once and then hear it out. Because once you record and hear out your own voice, you would be able to find out the improvement areas yourself. At least some of the things would be clarified if you are using a lot of crutch words, if there are pauses which you should not be using, clarity of the speech, the clarity of the words that you are going to put, right? Those things would probably help you when you record and then you hear it later on. Okay, thank you. All right, moving ahead from the general evaluation, we will hear from our word master and grammarian Toastmaster Swapnali, who has been tracking our use of the word of the day and listening for good uses of the language as well as the points for improvement. Toastmaster Swapnali, you may come up to the stage and give your report, please.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. So, unfortunately, I could capture only a single music today, and that was by Sudhaman. Not sure if it was down to audio glitches, that people used it, but I couldn't capture it. And one more reason that I can think of is we had a lot of prepared speeches today and less table topic speeches. And I think that minimizes the opportunity to have that word incorporated as the speeches are being prepared. Having said that, some of the good usages that I've captured or some good words that I could capture was verbosity, monotony, unpalatable, impactful, resonated. Some of the good phrases were bail the cat, ring the bell. Um, Again, unfortunately, due to this audio glitch, some of the later speeches were not clearly audible to me. So I am sure I might have missed many good usages. Coming to some of the scope of improvements that I can see are someone used in any platform. So it could have been or it should be on any platform. Someone used a sentence, parents will be there at a certain period of time. I think the better formation could have been parents will be there or around for certain or limited period of time. So instead of at certain period of time for a period of time. Uh, Someone said books act as a bed. So if I understood the context correctly, the meaning was supposed to be that it helps one to go to sleep. So if that's the correct meaning that they wanted to communicate, then books as a lullaby is perhaps the better wording. And finally, to conclude, I think the experience of attending this meeting is always a euphoria moment for me, as it is amazing to hear and learn from such talented set of speakers here. So with that, I'll hand over back to General Evaluator Tariq. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swapnali. Indeed, a great evaluation. One thing that I would suggest everybody to make a note of the word of the day and then try to use it in your speeches, your evaluation, and table topics, right, as well. That's the best way to learn new words and how to implement those new words in our day-to-day. So that's one of the objective of Toastmasters meeting as well. Thank you, Toastmaster Swapnali. Okay, we'll move ahead now. So just as a general evaluator, my role is to keep a tab on all the events of the meeting, make note of things that we are good, bad, the recommendations, suggestions, etc., and present it to all towards end of the meeting. And now we are moving towards end of the meeting. Think of me like your wedding photographer, the one guy who is silent throughout your wedding, just taking your photos and videos, occasionally smiling at you, and who comes back to you after the end of the wedding to give you a proof of all the good food, good decorations, good dresses, etc. And lastly, the bad decision that you have made for your life. So think me like that. All right. We'll start with the evaluation now. The meeting did not start on time, but I completely understand about the technical glitches that we had. It started like 15 minutes late, and I think it will end in another 10 minutes. So we are kind of sizing our meeting in a way where we are able to finish that in 2 hours of time. That's the time that we have. So that's good. One of the highlights that we started the meeting with a high note where we were having, everybody there, everybody greeting each other. Everybody was having a lot of enthusiasm. So the sergeant at arm did a fantastic job to set the tone, because that's one of the role that we have. Because when you start the meeting on a high note, I'm sure that the throughout meeting people will be very, very enthusiastic about attending, contributing, and understanding and learning as well. So that's one of the objective of Toastmasters. Moving ahead, Toastmaster of the day, great theme that you selected about the education, childhood, school, etc. On top of it, it was connected to the table topics as well. So one of the feedback that we had in our past meetings about the theme of the meeting, Toastmaster of the day theme, is not connecting with the table topic master. So that was kind of addressed. That's what I would think here in this particular meeting, where it was a sequence, right? So you call out people, tell them to answer the question so that you are breaking the ice as well. You are preparing for the future meeting pointers that we have, right? Future agenda that we have in this particular meeting. And at the end, you are also kind of making them comfortable about, okay, this is your experience, which is good. So you are trying to get people speak in Toastmasters, right? So that's wonderful. Going to the prepared speakers. So I found all of the speakers were phenomenal. I have attended few other Toastmasters club as well. And here what I see is the speakers are very enthusiastic and they have their own research as well on the topic. That's very important. Any meeting that we have here in Toastmasters should have some takeaway points and learnings for all of us, right? At the end of the meeting, I'm sure that you must be remembering the things that you have learned, which you may not know before the meeting. And that's the outcome of the meeting that we all are aiming for, that we get something out of the meeting, right? The 2 hours that we spend as part of the meeting. So that was fantastic. All the prepared speakers were good. They researched their topic, they practiced as well, I'm sure, and then they delivered. So that was good. Moving on to the evaluation. So we had three evaluator who are doing multi-heading. We had Toastmaster Sudha, who was a speaker as well, and then the evaluator as well. And then we have multi-role players as well. So what the future meetings, what I would probably recommend is we should be having somebody taking up that role, and not to do the double hatting, because when you do the double hatting, you are switching a lot of context. And in that process, you may not be able to give justice to one single role, right? Because when you have a one single focus that, you know what, I just want to evaluate, I'll put 100% on that and I'll not observe any other things, right? But when you do multi-heading, that is kind of, getting added. I'm not saying that it has been happening here, but then something that we can think through for our future meeting as well. Okay. Moving ahead on the table topic. So one thing that I would like to compliment the table topic master is to shorten the table topics, right? What we do in general in the meeting, that we want to give opportunity to everybody to speak, right? In the table topics, we have the occasions where we had 7, 8, 9 table topics as well. But then I think table topic master realized that we are kind of short of time, and we would like to end the meeting on time and give justice to the evaluator, general evaluator, role players as well to give the report. So I think that was fantastic decision, and I'm sure that came at the runtime. So that was good. Thank you, table topic master. Actually, everybody's contribution to be aligned within the time will help our meeting to start on the time and end on the time, right? That's my observation. Another point is about, so we should be having our word of the day somewhere in the room as well. If there is no whiteboard on the laptop or somewhere, we can just write it down about the word of the day. That probably I'm not able to see that, but I think that would have been a great encouragement for people to use it, right? If it is out of sight is out of mind, right? So we have that in our agenda as well. We have it on Zoom as well, right? But then if you put it in the room somewhere, that would be fantastic for everybody to see and use or find out the usage, right? So that's another suggestion that I have. Another one is about the technical glitches. We can't do anything. It happens. It happens. So I'll just ignore that. The third one is about the role of the listener, right? We should be having a listener role as part of the agenda, where one person is just listening, and at the end of the meeting, they are able to provide at least 2 or 3 questions on throughout the meeting that people have used or conducted and stuff like that, because that will help everyone to put their 100% focus on the meeting, right? And it's a fun way of ending the euphoria of the meeting at the end, right? So that's one of my suggestions. We should definitely do that, and I'm happy to take whatever the role is being offered to me. So start with me. I'm happy to take that as well. Another one is about the polls. Okay, So what we have is, like in this meeting, we are going to have the poll at the end. So one poll has been done only for the prepared speaker. We have two more polls left. One is for the table topics, another one is for the evaluation, and another one is for the tag team. So we have three more polls left, right? What I would suggest is, after each of the segment, so you have, say, prepared speaker, right? So once the prepared speaker segment is done, set up a poll. Once the table topics session is done, set up a poll. Once the tag team role player evaluation and the reporting is done, set up a poll. Once general evaluation is done, set up a poll for the big three, right? That would probably give people some time to understand, do their voting, exercise their voting rights, and then be a little bit more, in the meeting, and spend 30 seconds for people to just vote it out, right? It won't take much time. So if we put that, like every other interval, we are doing the polling. So, and people are engaged. So they are, like, you are using the attention span of people in the maximum possible way. That's one of the art of, conducting a meeting. Apart from that, I think we are going to end on time, so I'm not going to do anything more from the general evaluation perspective. I wish all the best for the future speakers and the future role players as well. This is a fantastic meeting. I think we should continue to do this every Sunday, and take away the learning, right, that we have. One thing that the last thing that I would like to have everybody to understand, that we are here to educate, elevate, and entertain. And at the end of the meeting, if you feel that you have check mark all of these three, that means our meeting is fruitful. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tariq, for such detailed evaluation. I have shared the link of the polls in the Mumbai Speakers Club, where everybody can vote. Online members can also vote. बोलो क्या? Sorry, Toastmaster Tariq, did we miss the R counter report?
Oh yeah, sorry. I think we missed our counter report. My bad. Apologies for the same. I would like to invite our counter, Toastmaster Ajay, for giving the report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tariq. I thought it was missed because of timing. So no
Just a
problem.
second, Ajay. Can you
Yeah.
spotlight Toastmaster Ajay? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tariq, I thought because of timing we extended 50 minutes more. I was missed. No problem. I give my report to you. I mean, I can share my screen. Can someone give me sharing rights so I can share my screen and present? I'll take a short time. So I still cannot share my screen.
Yeah, yes, we are giving you the access.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
you will be able to do.
Thank you so much. So you can see my screen. Please confirm. So these are the report. I would not go each and every role player one by one, but I can give a conclusion for all the role bearers. So Toastmaster Sudha took nothing for the Shah role. Toastmaster Prashant for the presiding officers, he took 2 crutch words, and Toastmaster Raviraj took total 18. All the crutch word, crutch sounds, filler words, etc. And the speaker once Toastmaster Sudha took 4, and speaker 2 Toastmaster Samrat used 20. All the crutch words, or it's mixed of all the filler words, long pause, repeat 20 used. So third speaker Toastmaster Mitesh, he used 20. Toastmaster Grupesh, fourth speaker, used 3. And Toastmaster Arbaz, fifth speaker, used three times. So evaluator Toastmaster Tariq used 2. Subsequently, Toastmaster Sudha seconds evaluated used 2. Toastmaster Vishal used 2 times. So Toastmaster Sudha for the speech evaluator used 2 times. Toastmaster Vishal used 2 times, and the general evaluator Toastmaster Tariq used 5 times. And table topic speaker Toastmaster Tariq used 4 times. Kripesh used 5 times. I have not noted myself, so Prasant used 2 times. And Toastmaster Swapnali used 2 times. Yeah, over to you. I'll copy and paste these reports on the our WhatsApp group. Yeah, thank you so much. Over to you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
done my
just a
report.
point here, Toastmaster Ajay,
Yeah.
that if a speaker crosses beyond five in total, crutch words and all that, so we have a method of writing just 5 plus in the report. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I
So no
noted
need
all.
to write.
I taken all the, I calculated all the this thing, but
Yeah.
next time I'll
Okay.
consider. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. And from here, I would like to hand over the meeting to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Prashant, for his closing remarks. Prashant.
Yeah, am I audible? Okay, thank you everyone for participating so actively. And I'm sure you all enjoyed this speech marathon, and I would like to continue it in other meetings also. And like special thank you to all our evaluators, like who took double evaluations, as well as, yeah, as well as Sudha ma'am. Thank you, Sudha ma'am, for triple hatting. Like she was the prepared speaker, as well as she evaluated 2 speeches. So thank you to you. And yeah, I'm sure the prepared speakers and the audiences all felt the euphoria today, and I would hope it would continue further. Thank you everyone, and happy Sunday. and we will be sharing the awards in few seconds. So handing over to Raviraj.
So do we have the results of the polls? Okay. So I shall close the meeting by just saying that learning is a continuous process. And as we age, we actually start to settle in our lives and we forget about continuous learning. So we should always remember that life is about growth, and growth can only take place when we keep on learning new things in our life. And I would like to end this meeting by just saying that, just a second. मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। Thank you so much. And with that, I would like to close this meeting, and please stay for a while so that we can share with you the results of the polls.
Thank you, everyone. I really need to jump. So, like, thanks, everyone.
Yeah, even is it
Yeah,
okay
thank you so
for me
much,
to?
Toastmaster Vishal.
Yes.
Yeah, even I would like to jump off if it's okay. But there is a suspense about the awards, which I hope you will clarify quickly. And also, I must say that the mic was very partial to you, Ravi, because whenever you were using the mic, there was no noise disturbance. And that's why I didn't know why it was happening with others. I don't know. Anyway, great. Lovely meeting, guys. Congratulations to all the winners in advance, and see you soon. Bye.
Yes. Congrats, everyone.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, Madam Toastmaster Sudha.
Bye.
And thank you all. Thank you, everybody, for coming and participating very actively in today's meeting. For taking multiple hats, I thank all the evaluators also. And of course, our Toastmaster Prashant. Thank you very much. Multi-hatting.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ajay.
Bye.
Thank you. We can stop the